She's about to cry. Why
Theresa.
did you cry, Theresa?
Why don't I punch you right now?
I'm doing everything I can to help Devyn. I'm pushing her, I'm pulling her. I am literally watching my final disappear through my hands.
Devyn, you said that it was your boobs, brain, and heart that got you in the finals.
Did I say that? Sounds about right.
Devyn, which of the three were the most important?
For me, it would definitely be heart because it was about proving something to me, and hopefully like representing all the underdogs in general of like, don't worry about what people say you can or can't do, you determine that, so you just keep going.
Nany, what was more motivating for you, bananas or the giant hairy spider?
Oh my God, seriously. That spider, first of all, I am like terribly afraid of spiders. Like that's just me.
Nailed it.
Laurel is definitely one of the strongest female competitors in this house, and she's kind of my #1 enemy.
It would be stupid for us not to send in one strong girl to get rid of another strong girl.
Right.
Everybody wants like a certain person to go in, yet they don't want to actually say their name.
Theresa, girl, you're kind of making sense. I support that. Even if it means putting a target on my back, I'm okay with voting Laurel in.
Laurel, my vote is for you.
Laurel. Laurel. My vote is for Laurel.
Theresa.
I'm sorry, Jasmine. My vote's for you.
Theresa votes for Jasmine? So now we look like the heads going after Laurel?
I am playing a solo game. If I don't have to have the blood on my hands for that vote, so be it.
Laurel, did you consider Theresa a threat before this game?
No, never.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she wouldn't say that.
I mean, we've seen her, she won her
Whatever.
first elimination for the first time. Good
You
job.
be partners with Jasmine on one challenge. Do it.
I will be. She's actually really good.
Yeah.
You gonna cry?
I can't. Yeah.
Laurel. What? Nice. Okay.
No, let it fly, let it fly.
Yeah,
She's
What's
about to
going on
cry.
here?
Why
Theresa.
did you cry, Theresa?
Why don't I punch you right now?
Sit down.
You guys
No, 'cause it would
don't
only
know
be-
violence.
Yeah?
Yeah, it would only be my
You're
character
sweating
that
because
would
you're
hurt.
scared.
No, or there's like lights here.
Will you, cuddly grindstaff, marry me, Nany Gonzalez? Cohutta is like my dream man. He is the definition of a husband.
Yes, let's do this.
Nany is by far the best looking girl in the house, and she smells like wild honeysuckle blossoms.
Nany's definitely got this thing for me big time. Anytime we're having fun and the vibes are good, me and Nany will probably end up, I don't know, hooking up.
Did I miss anything cool last night?
Well, besides everybody in the house hooking up,
What? Did you do anything stupid?
yes, I did.
What?
So did everybody else.
Cohutta, everyone wants to know, how much did you know about Nany and Johnny during the show, and when did you actually find out the rest?
Who told
She
him?
told me.
What'd she say?
She told me that
She's honest.
her and Wonder Boy over here, who's better in the rack?
Johnny,
Bananas.
shut
Seriously, I'm
up.
gonna take off my 6-inch heel and chuck it at your face right now.
Wait, that's my shoe, don't
All
throw
right,
it,
well,
please.
Dev, I'm sorry.
Was it awkward in the house between Cohutta and Johnny, you guys?
Not to me, I mean,
No, it was kind of awkward because we all shared the same room. It was like me, Cohutta, CT, Leroy, and we knew, and we felt bad because
You knew how much longer
Yeah.
before I told her.
like days.
What do you mean? I told him the
Days.
next
She told me
morning.
the
I
next
told him the next
morning.
day, so
Yeah.
don't tell me that it was days.
Well, then
Johnny,
he
stay
didn't-
the out of it.
Nany, you seem a little agitated. Let's just hear your side of the story.
Well, my whole thing is that Cohutta and I weren't in a relationship. Our relationship started off as a joke. I liked him, of course I did. He was my best friend in the house. And obviously we spent more time together, so my feelings for him, they grew into something. But when my feelings did start to grow into something, I freaked out. I got nervous, and my go-to was, how can I this up? And that was to sleep with Johnny.
I was a scapegoat.
Eventually, there's going to be a choice between Cara, Devyn, Laurel, and Jessica, and that's a difficult decision.
How is that a difficult decision? Between three people you don't know.
Devyn,
Dad,
shut the up.
you're saying that I'm an option?
No, you're annoying me. You're annoying. Don't speak.
I don't like when people do that.
It's very offensive, and I'm just trying to bite my tongue, but there's no reason for a human being to act like that towards anybody, let alone your own best friend. It's just ugly, Laurel. Like, you look ugly.
You know, we came onto the show talking, like, we were so excited. I remember she called me and told me she got picked for the show, and we were jumping around the room, you know, all excited that we were gonna be together. And unfortunately, as things went on, I did notice little digs, little condescending remarks, and they just kind of kept adding up. And it was embarrassing to me because everybody knows that we're best friends. And what ultimately happened was a big blow up in the van that you guys were there for that they didn't even show. The whole thing didn't stem from me being like, she's gonna put me in, I'm worried.
Cara, what was the fight about in the van?
She just started blowing up and saying very negative, mean things about this person in production. She started blowing up at me and saying, shut the F up, shut the F up. Like, just ugly blow up. And I was just sitting there like,
And she needed a punching bag, and Cara was right there.
and she just like roared on me, and I was like,
I roared on you because you were like, you did it wrong. I'm like, why are you bugging me right now?
Whatever, you called me a baby cat or something.
From my perspective, it was like, here I am having probably one of the best times on the challenge that I've had, and I'm having fun with everybody, and she would come to me and be like, you're my best friend. And I'm like, whoa, can you not get so possessive over me? Like, can you just let me like live a little bit? Like, stop being...
I never did that.
You did do that.
I spent more time with Zach and Johnny in the gym than I did with Laurel.
Yeah. I just remembered something. You got left in the bus.
Yes! That's the story to tell.
All right, what happened?
We went out, okay, and we get big buses, and everyone's drunk, and they pass out in the back.
Devyn falls asleep on the armrest like this.
No, she really is. Passes out with the armrest in her mouth.
So we're all asleep, we're all not focused, and we get back to the house, and everybody piles out of the bus.
I broke out. That's what happened. The bus leaves and goes to the bus.
No, wait,
the bus station.
I wake up because I feel the bus stop. So I'm thinking like, oh, we must be home. So I'm leaning up from the back row, and all the lights are on. There's nobody in the bus except for this Uruguayan man standing at the front smoking a cigarette. And then I look at him, he looks at me confused. And so then, like, he motions for me to come to the front, and our house is so lit when you see it in the night shot, so I knew we weren't close to home because I'm looking out the window and I see no lights. So I'm like, this is not good. I walk down the steps of the bus, there's 5 other Uruguayan men. Now I'm like, I'm gonna be either a sex slave or pregnant, and I'm gonna live here for the rest of my life because, again, I have no ID, no cell phone, and I don't speak Spanish. And some guy comes and grabs my hand. I don't think to question who he is. I'm thinking, 1 Uruguayan man is better than 5, so I'll follow him. And I go and I get in the van with him. I remember this clearly. He put my seatbelt on for me, and I just kept going, gracias, gracias, gracias. And finally, eventually, I see like the lights of the house. I'm thinking, oh, the production's gonna be there waiting for me. Like, people are gonna be like, nobody's at the door. Nobody even knows I'm missing.
Before we go, you guys have any questions for each other you want answered?
Theresa, are we cool now?
I don't care. It's up to you.
Am I gonna be unblocked or like, are we at least
I
normal
tried to settle
where
this
we were?
like 2 weeks ago. If you want to be cool, we can be
like,
cool.
Cool.
I'm not like a harboring like angry person. We can be cool.